Thanks for joining us for another episode of Got the Morbs and Oddcast with your hosts, Aaron,
Beth,
and Ken.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Beth's going to tell us a little story about Jack and Diane.
Suck it on a chili dog.
About Daniel LaPlante.
Oh, that was perfect.
Yeah.
I did that on purpose.
Daniel LaPlante, a.k.a. I don't want to tell you because...
No, don't tell me.
Because
Surprise
then you'll
me.
know what happens.
Okay, I don't want to tell you.
Okay. First, a content note. I kind of gave this on the last episode that I did. Part of the story is sort of an urban legend. So it took a while to kind of parse the real stuff from the fake stuff.
Oh, this is another one where you're like, I don't know if anything I'm telling you is real or not.
I'm pretty sure that I got the real stuff, but I do talk about the fake stuff because it's insane. And a lot of that stuff that is fake is what made me want to do this in the first place. And then I found out that it wasn't real. But it's still a very interesting story. I promise.
We're going with it.
So I did my best to substantiate these claims. I think
all we can do is our best.
All right. So Daniel LaPlante, he was born in 1970 in Townsend, Massachusetts, which I guess is a suburb of Boston. More like a rural kind of suburb. Is it a
Did
rural
you
suburb?
substantiate that?
A rural suburb?
It's rural-ish. So he suffered physical, emotional, and sexual abuse from his own father for most of his early life. He was dyslexic and socially awkward. He had poor hygiene. He stunk. He was unkempt. He had severe acne. His hair was all over the place.
He's a mess.
Yep. He played football and ran track, but he was severely bullied in school because everyone called him creepy, weird, a loner. You know, the things they called us in school.
Right?
Did you guys stink?
I don't think so. He had no friends, so he spent most of his time alone in a wooded area near his home.
Oh, my God. Please don't collect acorns.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, no.
His mother put him in counseling to deal with the trauma from all of his abuse, and he was diagnosed as having ADHD. And then his psychiatrist sexually abused him for a year.
Get out.
Oh, my. Raw deal for this kid.
So he turned to petty theft at 15, because what else are you going to do? Most nights he spent breaking into homes around town stealing small valuables. But then he got bored. So sometimes he would break into homes and move things around or rearrange the furniture just to mess with people.
That's actually kind of funny.
Which it's funny because I have done that.
You broke into homes?
What?
Yes.
No, you have.
Yes, I have.
What?
And you have ADHD. And you stink.
So me and Courtney, one of our friends from a long time ago, we, for some reason, were going over to that house where the guys from Coffinberry lived.
Oh, I remember this story.
And we snuck in one of the windows. We thought there would be people there. So we thought it would be funny if they saw us like climbing through the windows.
That is a crime.
But there was no one there. So what we did
That's
was...
even worse.
Yeah, now it's an unwitnessed crime.
So we just moved around some of the furniture and then we put something really weird as like the desktop background on the computer. I don't remember what it was.
This sounds like something we would have done.
Yeah, but then we left. Anyways, okay, so I get the appeal.
Okay.
Okay. Other times he would steal things and replace them with random items that he brought with him.
Oh, yeah.
Like a secret trade.
But his behavior soon became more sinister.
There had been signs.
Dun, dun, dun.
Signs.
So, enter the Bowen family. They lived in Pepperell, Massachusetts.
Pepperell?
Pepperell. Another small town outside of Boston. The wife/mother died of cancer in 1985. So it was just Frank, the dad. He was a single father to Tina and Karen. They were 14 and 8. Also, Tina's best friend, Kathy, who was 15, moved in with them to finish high school because her parents moved to Tennessee. So he had these 3 teen and preteen girls, and he had to leave them home alone like all the time because he was a hotel restaurant manager and he worked like far from home. So they were home alone at all hours. Tina and Kathy go to the laundromat one day to wash their clothes, and they decide that it's a good idea to like stand in the window and dance.
Okay, I didn't see where this was going.
So as they're doing that, some boys, you know, their age, they come in and they're like, hey, can we have your numbers? So they give their numbers to these guys who were watching them dance in the window of the laundromat.
As one does.
Like those dancers in, was it Amsterdam?
Go-go dancers.
Yeah, like in the windows, a shop front.
So Tina gets this call from this boy, and he said he got her number from one of the guys who was there. He says his name is Danny. He goes to a different school than her, but they talk on the phone daily for several weeks. So he says, well, I'm tall, athletic, handsome, and popular.
That's what.
Smell.
That's what
I have
handsome-
acne.
So
Popular people say.
Tina's like, well, that sounds good to me. Yes, we can go on a date. So then Danny shows up at the house, and he is short, messy, and covered in pimples.
Eesh.
Yep.
Danny.
I hate when they show up like that.
Tina feels betrayed and uneasy, but she goes with him to get ice cream anyway. But then she politely turns down a second date.
What a trooper to take one for the team like that.
Yeah.
That's when he starts stalking her.
Ugh.
So, over the next few weeks, the family notices things rearranged or missing in the house. There's strange noises happening. The TV's changing channels on its own. Food and drinks come up missing. They come up missing.
I think I just realized what this is.
The girls think it's their mom's ghost. So they're kind of
Oh.
excited because they're like, oh, mom's here.
Aw, that's sad and sweet.
Mom's making our stuff go machine. She's changing channels on the TV.
So in September 1986, the girls decide to have a seance. And so they have a Ouija board and they're like, Mom, are you there? Just as they say that, the cover to the electrical panel flies off and hits the ground.
Oh.
They often heard knocking and tapping on the walls when they were home alone, sometimes in response to questions that they asked.
Ooh.
So that was another reason why they thought it was their mom's ghost. So more weird things start to happen. One day, everything from the shed is tossed all over the backyard. So there's like shovels and lawn chairs and stuff.
The mom hated doing yard work.
Yeah. Fuck this rake.
So Frank blames it on neighborhood kids, and he's just like, whatever. The doorbell would ring, nobody would be there. There was a thunderstorm while they were home alone, and lightning flashed and lit up the whole dining room, and Karen and Kathy screamed because they thought that Mrs. Bowen was there because they saw a human figure when the room lit up.
Uh-uh.
Oh, shit.
So Tina is like, she's super boy crazy. So she's like always talking to boys on the phone. She was talking to boys on the phone at 2 a.m. when she heard a loud knock on the bedroom window, like somebody threw a rock at her window. So they called the police. The police came, didn't find anyone. Within weeks, they started moving through the house together at all times. So Kathy would be in the front, and then Karen would be in the middle, and then Tina would be in the back, but she'd walk backwards so that they could see from every angle.
like a
Very clever.
SWAT team or something. Did they not express any of these concerns to their father?
They did, and he thought they
He
were
blew
grieving.
all of this off?
Yeah, he thought they were just acting out because they were grieving. And he thought they needed to go to therapy. Tina barricaded her bedroom door at night, and she put a knife under her pillow.
Smart girl.
But the fear eventually turned to anger. They would hear banging on the walls. One time they heard the banging, and they took a plastic baseball bat and kicked the door into the laundry room and yelled out, "Whoever or whatever you are, come out and show yourself."
Why are they doing laundry at the laundromat if they have a laundry room?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I honestly don't remember.
Okay. I'll accept that.
But I know that the dancing in the window was true because Tina herself said it.
Because I asked her.
I called her up and I was like, Tina, is this true? And she said yes. So yeah, strange things happen on and off for 6 entire months. So
What?
sometimes something happened every day for a few weeks and then nothing would happen. One Friday night, Tina was doing her hair and makeup in the bathroom to go roller skating and meet boys when someone threw a rock so hard at the window that it cracked. The dad was home at the time, so Tina called for him and he went to check it out. She tried to call Kathy, who was babysitting, but the phone line is dead.
You'd think maybe at this point the dad would like take some time off work or something. Or...
Then Frank comes back in and he has found a bag of wrapped candies and a BB gun outside.
Oh.
All the phone lines are cut and burned, actually, they discover. So they report that to police.
See, at this point, if this was happening to my family, at this point, I would leave the premises with my family. Like,
You're not grieving and leaving
no,
candy and
no, and
what-
guns
yeah.
outside and breaking my windows with rocks. No, I would be out of that house with my girls.
Yeah, he did not believe him.
negligence.
Frankly, Frank, you're a fuck.
Mhm.
So on December 8th, 1986, Tina is home with Karen, who is sick and sleeping. The radio came on in the kitchen and the cupboard started banging open and closed. So Tina called Frank and she says, someone's in the house again. And he's like, there's nobody in the house. You need to just stop with all this stuff. Everything's fine. Karen wakes up, goes to the kitchen for a snack, and Tina hears her scream. So she runs to the kitchen and Karen's like, where are the cupcakes we just bought? And the orange juice.
What?
Is that worth screaming?
I guess. I mean, she was 8. I can
Blood-curdling
picture an
scream.
8-year-old screaming about cupcakes. I don't know. Well, also she was sick, so she was. Just,
I get okay.
You're cranky
Scream
when
when
you're
My
sick.
kids scream
Scream
for the
when you're
worst
sick.
shit.
So they're missing. So Tina's like, Kathy took them to school because she didn't want to freak her sister out.
Usually you don't like victim blame, but I am blaming Frank.
Yeah.
Take
Totally.
care of your family,
Totally.
Frank.
Come on, Frank.
Karen actually finds a box with several empty wrappers in the family room. It was the box from the cupcakes. And so they freak out, obviously, and they run out of the house. And Tina goes to work. Karen goes to a babysitter.
Sorry.
Later in that
Drop her off at the
There
babysitter.
was a song called Tina Goes to Work.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So around 5:30 p.m., Frank, Tina, Karen, and Kathy all come home around the same time. There are disturbing messages written on various walls in what looks like blood. They figure out that it's ketchup later.
And Frank's like, someone must have dropped the ketchup bottle and it sprayed words
Somehow
on the
it says,
walls.
"Marry me."
Yeah.
What?
It said, "Marry me"?
Yeah, one said, "Marry me," another said, "I'm in your room, come find me."
Okay.
No.
No. We're turning
Absolutely
around and leaving.
Yeah, no.
No?
Nope. All the radios and TVs were on and blaring. All the lights were on in the house. So Frank is like, no biggie.
No,
Frank!
he doesn't.
And he's
Frank, let's get this guy on the phone. Wait, how is this guy alive?
I think
Probably,
he's
yeah.
dead. I think.
Whatever.
He moves through the house, starting in the basement, and he just goes around turning off all the TVs, radios, and lights. The girls are following after him. They also found that someone, I know you said not to talk about poop, but someone took the dump in their toilet and left it there.
Why my head is so funny?
That is the point where you're like,
That's
nope.
the tipping point. That's
Point
the
of
poop
no
that broke
return.
the camel's back.
That is the poop that broke
Some
the camel's
accounts,
back.
some accounts that I read said that they found poop on the basement floor, but this seems to be the real story.
Oh my gosh.
So he opens the closet upstairs, and Frank does, and he says, "Excuse me, I'll just let you be." And then he closes the closet again. But inside the closet is a person wearing a fur coat. They have spiky hair. Their face is painted, reportedly with ketchup and mayonnaise, and they're holding a hatchet in one hand
And he said, excuse me to them?
and a steel wrench in the other. No, Frank said that to the
Yes,
person
I
inside
know.
the closet.
In his defense,
You
I
don't
don't
need
know.
to say, excuse me.
I might say something fucking
And
stupid
be
if I opened the
polite.
closet and I saw that. I might say something like, well, you don't want to instigate something at that point. You're just, okay, thanks. Bye.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. We
Thanks
don't-
for being
we
in my
don't want
closet
any.
with ketchup and mayo on your face.
It's
Thanks.
so fucking weird.
The first time that I heard this, I heard the fake story, which was that he found someone in the bedroom wearing a long blonde wig and the mother's wedding dress.
No.
Oh, man.
But yeah, this is also
Unsubstantiated.
weird.
They just
So-
sound like a punk rocker in a fur coat with spiky hair.
I know those punk rockers always smearing condiments all over themselves.
Always sneaking in the house.
Hey, you work with what you have.
Pooping on the floor.
When what was that quote? Somebody that we knew and you were like, I don't really think they had any other life choices other
Yeah,
than
you
to be a punk rocker.
Oh, yeah. I do remember. Yeah. So the person in the closet calmly instructs Frank to get the girls and go into a bedroom. So Frank backs out of the room with his hands up and he says, "It's okay. It's just a homeless person looking for food."
Yeah, that's it.
To his girls, he said
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
I could see trying to divert them away from the situation, not freak them out.
Yes. Before the intruder can follow them into the bedroom, Frank slams the door and wedges it shut.
Hell yeah, Frank. Time
So
to stand up for your daughters, dude.
So they're in there. Someone had taken the phone and the lamp from the room, so it was pitch black in there.
Yes, someone. I don't know who.
They
Yes,
couldn't
who
call
knows?
anyone. Tina panicked and jumped out the window, and she runs to the neighbor's house for help.
Nice, Tina.
Once the police are on scene, they notice a flicker of light and movement in the second floor bedroom, and then Frank steps up to the window and yells for them to come get them. He tells the officers that the intruder's somewhere in the house, or he might have fled.
Why is he still in the house, Frank?
He
No.
lowers Karen and Kathy out of the window,
they
and then
didn't
he
wanna-
jumps out. The family all reunite at the neighbor's house while the police go inside of the house, search each room, plus the nearby yards, woods, and roads. But the intruder had managed to escape out the sliding door leading to the back deck. They knew that because the door was slightly ajar and the hatchet and wrench were found on the ground near the porch steps.
And there was mayo and ketchup all over the door.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then Frank brought everyone back in and they went to bed like nothing was wrong.
He was like, don't worry.
Guys, don't worry, he's just a homeless guy.
You're making this up.
They didn't have much to go on because his weird getup, like, this person. We don't know if it's a man or a woman. All the weird stuff they were wearing made it so that you couldn't see what they really looked like. The investigators collected 2 telephones that had been ripped from the walls inside the house to check for prints. The Massachusetts State Police brought a tracking dog to trail the suspect's escape route. They gave it the wrench and the hatchet for the scent, but the dog was unable to track it, probably because the hatchet belonged to Frank. He kept it on his bedside table for some reason.
I thought you were going to say it's because of the mayonnaise and mustard. The dogs couldn't smell.
They all described the assailant as 17 to 26 years old. Maybe he had blonde hair, maybe dark hair. Maybe he had a mustache, maybe not. The family knew nobody with a motive. Frank felt that the intruder had been in the home before. The police advised them to check in a hotel for a few days. Then Frank apologizes to the girls for not believing them.
Yeah.
Good job, Frank, for owning up to your failures.
On December 10th, so 2 days later, family returns home with a police escort to get some things. And they see a man waving at them from a second-floor window.
Waving!
Waving back!
Police find no evidence of break-in, so they continue inside. There are notes stuck to the walls with knives.
Oh.
One says, "I'm still here. Come find me." And the other one says, "I'm going to kill you all."
Oh,
And they had not been there when the police secured the scene. So obviously someone came in after and put those
well,
up.
the scene must have not been very secure.
While searching the laundry room, police found an 8 or 9 inch space behind a false wall that someone could potentially crawl through. So one of the guys shined a flashlight inside and he sees a 4-foot pile of dirty clothes.
Ew.
And he's like, who would put dirty clothes behind this wall? So he starts moving stuff aside. And it's Danny LaPlante hiding underneath.
Of course.
Was that like his bed? Like he was sleeping, like hanging out back there?
He didn't have any leaves.
Yeah.
So the police force him out at gunpoint. Tina recognizes him as he comes out and she can't figure out where from. But finally she was like, oh my God, it's Danny. So he used his experience as a burglar to get inside of their house. The police found a series of tunnels and small spaces, some of only inches wide, inside the walls where he had lived for 6+ months.
That is so
That is
creepy.
insane. He managed to live there that long.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's a word for living in someone's house without their consent.
Mm-hmm.
It's frogging with a PH.
Mm.
I have heard of that.
Doesn't he have like parents that wonder where he was for 6 months?
Mm.
That's really weird.
Yeah, it's a thing. Like these people pride themselves on being so discreet and quiet that they
and
can just
creepy.
live. Usually it's not with nefarious purposes. You just it's almost like a challenge, I think.
Or it's a homeless person looking for food.
Yeah, it's like they just set up in a currently occupied home and just quiet as
How
possible.
like
can that
this
not
one.
be for nefarious purposes?
Well, not like they're not going to kill or hurt anyone. They just,
They're just cold.
when people go to work,
If
they
you're cold, they're cold.
Let them in.
yeah.
Oh boy.
So, yeah, LaPlante is arguably the most famous frogger that there is. He spied on the family 24/7 through strategically cut peepholes. He actually watched Tina in her room through electrical outlets that he had pushed out so he could
Yuck.
see right out of them.
I would never feel safe again.
No, yeah.
This next section, I titled it for myself, "In Jail / Out on Bail," and it makes me think of, how did that go? It's like, he's out on bail and out of jail, and that's the way it goes.
What?
What is that from? White Lines.
I think you just made that up.
Anyway, okay. He was
Get your
arrested.
ADHD brain back on track.
He was arrested and sent for a psych evaluation, diagnosed with antisocial personality disorder, you think,
Mhm.
and held in a juvenile facility. Police took 6 mugshots for future use in lineups because they figured they're probably going to see this guy again. Eventually, he was charged as an adult with armed assault, breaking and entering, and armed burglary. When he turned 17, the judge decided, without consulting police, to charge him as an adult. So he was released on $10,000 bail in October 1987, because that's what he would get if he was an adult.
No.
How old was he?
17.
And his guardians or whatever didn't realize he was missing for 6 months?
That's what I
Well,
said.
this is when his mom shows up.
Oh.
Took out a second mortgage to get him out. So a string of local burglaries begins when he returns to Townsend. He's stealing money and guns from homes in the neighborhood while he's living there with his mom and his stepdad. Less than a month later, LaPlante breaks into the home of Andrew and Priscilla Gustafson for the first time. If he had stayed in jail, this next part would not have happened. The Gustafson family members are Andrew, who's a lawyer, Priscilla, who is a kindergarten teacher, and 2 kids, Abigail, who's 7, and William is 5. And Priscilla is also pregnant with their 3rd child.
Uh-oh.
On November 16th, 1987, LaPlante spent 4 hours at the Gustafson home. He monitored the family's activity so he knew when the house would be empty. He took a cordless phone, 2 cable boxes, 1 cable remote, coins from a Liberty silver dollar collection. I don't know what that means.
It's like that shit you see like on late night TV. They're like, oh, this limited edition silver dollar. Yeah.
With this cardboard holder.
Yeah. Something like that.
So he hides some of those items in his brother's tool cabinet for some reason. December 1st, 1987 was a typical day. Andrew goes to work. Abigail goes to school. William's with a babysitter while Priscilla runs errands. Priscilla and William come home around 1 p.m. to find LaPlante in the entryway. He had been robbing them again. LaPlante grabbed William, locked him in a closet. Then he tied Priscilla to the bed, sexually assaulted her, shot her twice in the head at point-blank range through a pillow. Then he goes back to the closet, grabs William, drowns him in the bathtub.
Oh my gosh.
Beth.
He goes downstairs, and he runs into Abigail coming home from school. So he drowns her in the other bathroom. Andrew calls to make celebratory dinner plans because he won a big case that day. Nobody answered. He comes home to find everybody dead. Priscilla was face down in the bed, blood-soaked pillow over her face. He was afraid to look for the kids, so he waited for the police. I think I would be the same way.
I would definitely be the
I'd
same
be like,
way.
no, I'm not looking at that. One of Priscilla's hands was tied to the bedpost. A half-empty bottle of beer and a condom wrapper were on the nightstand.
He's not very good at cleaning up.
Abigail also sustained blunt force trauma to the head and neck compression. Detectives look into Andrew first, and then they clear him. He tells them about the prior burglaries at the house, and they immediately suspect LaPlante because he lives, like, right behind their house, basically. December 2nd, the next day, police return with tracking dogs, and they find a wet flannel shirt and wet gloves in the woods, and they think that he wore those when he drowned the kids. The dogs picked up the scent from those and followed it to Daniel's house. They try to question him, but he escapes. They got a search warrant, went through his house, found wet socks in his room. There was a blonde hair on one of them, which looked like Abigail's, and it turned out that it was. They also found spent bullets from the same cartridge as those used to kill Priscilla. The police searched the woods in northwest Pepperell, where LaPlante tended to hang out. They noted that he's very skilled at avoiding detection, so it was hard for them to find him. They tell everyone in the town to stay inside and lock their doors.
That judge should be in trouble for letting him out.
A woman named Lynn McGovern contacts police and says she just got home and she pulled in the garage and she felt like something was wrong and she was afraid to go in the house. So police come and she's correct because Daniel Plante is in her house.
Damn, trust your gut.
What did she, what tipped her off?
I don't know. The police searched the house. They heard a thud upstairs and found a 16-gauge shotgun at the top of the steps. LaPlante jumped from the second floor window onto a garage roof and he fled. Police
This kid is slippery.
Yeah, he is. It's all the grease on his hair and his face.
His mayonnaise covering his body.
Yuck. Police soon receive a call about a nearby hostage situation. They learn that LaPlante broke into the home of Pamela Michaela.
God, will someone fucking catch this kid?
He held her at gunpoint and forced her into her van. Pamela jumped out while driving out of town to escape. LaPlante ditched the car in a town called Ayers. He threatened a lumberyard owner with a gun before hiding inside a dumpster on the property.
That's where you belong.
Yeah.
Right? Police cordoned off the area, blocked surrounding streets. They had a helicopter circling above. Finally, he surrendered and came out of the dumpster and was taken into custody.
Nothing new for trash like you.
The semen and fibers found at the scene were positively linked to him. On April 7th, 1988, LaPlante's brother found the murder weapon hidden in the glove compartment of an abandoned vehicle on the family's property. They did ballistics tests, lab analysis to match the bullets to those found at the crime scene and the gun itself to one of 2 firearms stolen from a neighbor. LaPlante chose the Gustafson home because he was familiar with the area and he knew all the escape routes. He didn't expect Priscilla and William to come home while he was there, so he was not planning on killing anyone. He was just burglarizing the place like he always did.
No one's named Priscilla anymore.
There's this weird, just like little aside that I found that said he told police that he was watching music videos on MTV on the day of the murders. So the police watched a bunch of music videos and some movies looking for what could have inspired him to commit the murder.
That's weird.
Right?
Someone get me the tapes from this day on MTV.
It was Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
It was the November Rain video. Did it happen in November? I don't remember. It would be funny if it did. No, it's December. All right. In October 1988, he was charged with a triple homicide and found guilty. He was described as totally expressionless in court. He received 3 consecutive life sentences for the Gustafson murders. Between 1990 and 2000, he was held in custody of the Federal Bureau of Prisons, including ADX Florence in Colorado, which is known as the Alcatraz of the Rockies. He sued the state of Massachusetts for failing to provide things that he needs to practice Wiccan rituals.
No, you don't.
He claims he was denied 30 oils, 26 herbs, and more than a dozen medallions essential to Wiccan practices.
You can't have medallions in prison.
Sorry, man. You killed a bunch of people.
They
You don't get
also
your medallions.
didn't give him the right Wiccan food.
What is the right Wiccan
I have
food?
no idea. 2017,
Uh-huh.
his attorneys file an appeal for resentencing based on previous cases, ruling that juveniles convicted of murder should be allowed to re-engage into society, and a new law allowing juveniles convicted of murder to ask for parole after serving 30 years.
Nope.
In June 2019, Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court ruled that LaPlante was ineligible for parole until 45 years had been served.
He's ineligible for life.
Yeah, forensic psychiatrist evaluated him and said that he still had no remorse. He is still at the Massachusetts Correctional Institution in Norfolk.
Norfolk.
Norfolk!
You really drew that one out.
Get it out, Beth. Get it out.
Norfolk.
It's a medium security facility, and his earliest possible parole is 2033.
They better be keeping a good eye on that dude because he's going to slip through the bars.
Yeah,
like
he'll be
crazy.
60. He'll be 62 when he's eligible for
I
parole.
need to see a picture of this greaseball.
Oh, yes, you do. So I have one last section here just called media because there are several shows and movies based on this. So season 2, episode 1 of Your Worst Nightmare does the case. It's where I first heard of it. There's a lot of false details. They don't even have the same names. It's Annie and Karen Andrews. Season 1, episode 2 of Frogging, Hiding in My House. That was where I got a lot of this stuff because it's the only show that I've seen where Tina and Karen were actually on it and told the story themselves.
This was what was episode 1? If this was episode 2,
I don't think they go in order of like.
Well, they didn't. They
guess.
didn't want to, waste their best story. Right? I don't know.
All right.
Season 1, episode 1 of The Real Murders on Elm Street also had it on there, and that one featured the actual police who worked on the cases. So I did get some stuff from there too. Finally, there is a Lifetime movie called Boy in the Walls that came out in 2023.
Yeah, that'll give it
A
away.
Lifetime
Yeah.
movie?
Loosely based on LaPlante's crimes.
Oh, loose. Okay.
I have not seen this, and I probably won't, but it is out there.
Pull up a photo.
Yeah, let's get some live reaction. While she's pulling that up, you had mentioned some attorneys tried to argue like, hey, he's a juvenile. You know, there's other juveniles are getting their, they're getting parole, they're getting out. Why do they do that? What motivation do attorneys have to try to get someone like that out of prison? Because from what I could tell from what you told me about this
win it all.
this kid's like personal life and family, it doesn't sound like they were
That was
well
a quote
off.
for Fred.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to talk
Oh,
over
you're
it.
okay.
So it's not. I'm guessing this kid's family doesn't have a ton of money to fund lawyers to try to get him out of prison. So who are these lawyers that are trying to get people like this out of prison? There's absolutely no way that someone like that
Our
should be out of prison.
justice system is garbage, so
Is there an incentive for lawyers to do stuff like that? Why do they do that?
they just want to win. I don't know.
What? At the expense of getting someone like that out? He already got out on bond, 10 grand, and ended up killing a whole family.
Right.
I just never understood. Sometimes you hear stuff like that where it's like the lawyers are arguing to try to get, and it's very clearly someone that should not be
Well,
out.
I guess we need to interview a lawyer that can explain that.
Yes. You got that picture yet?
She doesn't.
You have
There's
meticulously
a picture, but
typed
it's
notes,
not
no picture.
the best
I want
one.
to see the one with the spiky hair and the man.
And the fur coat.
Show me that Miracle Whip covered freak. Miracle Whip's not really mayonnaise, I guess.
All right. Nothing else is loading, so that's the picture.
Mm,
There are worse,
Let me see 'em.
slimier pictures, but
slimier. Ugh.
Yeah, this guy should not be out of prison. Look at him.
Look at him.
in some of the pictures, he looks like somebody we would know.
Yeah.
I mean, I know some people that would probably hide in the closet in a fur coat and mayonnaise.
I wonder what that was about.
Mm.
Like, why was he dressed the way he was and covered? Like, what? Was he greasing himself up so he could slide through those passageways?
Oh, he's scary.
Didn't you say, yeah, fuck that guy. Didn't you say some of the passages were very, like,
Small,
inches?
yeah.
He was probably glued himself up so he could
Ew.
slide through there like some kind of slithery snake.
Ew.
Did the family check their bacon?
Yeah, they're
Please don't ever bring that up again, ever.
That's
And he's still in prison.
Good.
He is, at
But
least
they
until
better keep him.
2033.
Well, then I'm going to write to him and ask him why he was
7.
wearing mayo.
7 more years.
Oh, no, that's it?
You put it.
Well,
that was
until he is eligible for parole.
Oh, okay.
That was a weird way to put it.
What?
Why he was wearing mayo.
He was.
I guess. It's just a weird way of saying it. Wearing mayo.
I'm
Put
gonna
on
write
his
him a letter and ask him.
best mayo suit. Maybe we should start doing that. Like, can you just write to...
Yes. Yeah, you just get their address.
And they get that? There's no, like...
Yeah, they don't have to write back.
I think it's worth a shot. Maybe we can get him on a remote interview. Like, what the fuck, man?
Why were you wearing
Explain
mayo?
yourself.
I mean, Beth didn't give me the deets, but before we started, she did say that she wanted to do something where someone necessarily didn't get killed, like a true crime case that could still be creepy, morbid, that maybe, people don't get murdered. And along the way, she discovered that this guy did murder people.
Because what I did
entire family.
when I did watch that episode of whatever that one I said that I watched, that's all that it was about. Like
Just
I
the
don't think
first family?
they talked
Yeah,
about
the
that,
first
unless I
family.
totally forgot. But I did not remember that at all.
Because if it wasn't for that second family, it would have kind of been a little more of a, like, I don't want to say funny.
Lighthearted?
Yeah, like, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. A
We
little
would
less
have just
tragic, I
been
guess.
able to make fun of him more
Yeah.
and laugh about it.
I feel like now with the context of the second story, I'm like, that first family, incredibly lucky. Frank, you got off fucking easy,
Mhm.
dude, because that guy spent less than, how long was he in that other family's home? The second family's
4
home?
hours or
Yeah.
something?
It was
And
a
he-
different day, but
Yeah, but
probably
still,
around
he
the
did all that. And he spent 6 months
Yeah.
in that other house and it seemed like he was getting ready to
He was escalating.
yeah, he had the hatchet and everything. That's fuck. I don't pray at all, actually. Do you guys I'm afraid that something like this will happen to me. Do you guys have legitimate fears sometimes that you're going to come home and people are going to be dead?
No.
Because I do.
No.
I do. Sometimes I'll leave, if I go off by myself, go into the store, in my family's home. If I see a car parked on the street that I don't recognize, we live in a cul-de-sac, I'm make and model, let me get a good look at that car.
No, I'm the person that's like, I should have looked at that harder.
And there are times where, and I don't think I legitimately feel this way, but I will, when I come back, I'm like, how will I react if my whole family's killed?
Oh my gosh.
What do I do? I'm constantly in a mode of I don't want to get caught with my pants down. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
So I'm always in the back of my mind, I'm just dreading that. That's one of my biggest fears, I think, because
I think that's the one thing in life I'm not afraid of.
it's
Or
always
that
the
I'm
ones who
not
aren't
worried about.
afraid
I
of
have
it. that it
Not
happens to.
worried about it, I guess.
I have not put myself in that situation. No.
It's not mentally healthy, I don't
No.
think.
No.
But I'm not. It's it's kind of like what's that phenomenon where your brain shoots these improper thoughts into your head? I'm going to drive off this bridge right now.
Oh.
What is that called? I don't know what that's called.
We
Or,
always talk about it like
you'll be
taking your foot off the brake when someone's crossing in front of you.
Intrusive thought.
Intrusive
Yeah,
thought, yeah.
yeah.
Or you'll just be sitting, you'll be in a crowd and you're like, what if I just started fucking killing everybody in here? Now, I don't
Or
have that.
screaming.
And it's
Yeah.
not a legitimate thought. It's not something I would ever do, but those thoughts just poof, they're in
Yeah.
your brain and then they go away. Just stuff like that. It creeps into my mind that, and I had mentioned in that previous case with that, what was her name? Sarah, that survivor of that previous case, Aaron, your case of, I don't know how I would handle being a survivor of something like that. You know what I mean?
I more worry that I wouldn't be able to give a description for a composite sketch because I don't pay attention enough.
Yeah.
Because in the moment where you need to see those details, you're not looking at those
Yeah.
details.
But some people are good at doing that, and I'm just not.
No, yeah, as soon as if I see a face I don't know, it's gone the
Mhm.
second I'm not looking at it. So, but no, I do make and I'm hoping that never happens, but I do make it a point. If I see anything out of place or different, especially like a car, I'll be looking at that license plate, make and model, man. I'm like,
Well,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
I
catch
mean, on
somebody.
a cul-de-sac, everybody
Yeah.
who is.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 4 or
There's
5
4 houses here.
What if they just have a friend over?
I'm not knocking on their car window and be like, what are you doing here? But just in case, you never know. You never know. but this has definitely made me fucking paranoid because that was living in people's walls and knocking on walls and for 6 months.
Yup.
Wowee. Well, hey, a big hearty and hefty thanks for that, Beth.
Hefty.
These were some creepy cases.
Yeah. Yeah, if you listen to our previous case, Aaron's case, both of these together, awful. Yeah.
We're getting really good
really
at that.
bad. And Tina was in both of them, correct?
Tina.
Yeah.
Wasn't
And loner hanging out in the woods.
Yeah.
And how do we keep doing that? Every
don't
time we
know.
get together to record, there's like something that
You guys
ties our
don't-
stories
you
together.
We're
guys-
cosmically connected.
You don't communicate at all?
No.
Do not.
One of these times you guys are going to come in with the same case.
I know. They're
I'm
going to be
afraid of
short
that
an
happening.
episode.
Yeah.
That's why I give a little hint, and I was like, I have an Ohio case, and Beth said I have a New England case, because I actually do worry about that.
All right, so hit that thing
Subscribe button.
right now.
Hit that subscribe button
No,
right
I'm,
now.
I'm talking about this is where Ken will put in the little
You could still tell them.
thing.
What, the
Follow us.
Tom Waits song?
No.
I'm gonna
Follow
cut
us on social media. Email us.
Leave us a review.
All that stuff is in the little thing that Ken says at the end of every episode.
Roll that
so
beautiful
just do
bean
that.
dip.
Yeah, then footage.
I usually put it at
Let's
the end.
dip.
Let's make like a chip and dip.
Roll that beautiful bean dip footage.
Roll that
No.
beautiful bean footage.
Bean footage is
What's
just bean
dip?
footage.
Where'd I get
dip
dip
is
from?
things you put chips in.
I know
I
what it
put
is,
my
but where'd I
hand
get it?
up on your
That's,
hip.
Bush's
When
baked
I dip, you
beans.
dip, we dip.
You know that really folksy sounding dude, and I think he's got a golden retriever or something, and he's like, "Roll that beautiful bean footage."
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And it's
I
just
don't know
like
where I got dip from.
close up, like sexy shots of baked beans.
Sexy shots.
And I'm
of
always like,
baked
"Oh, I want to fuck those beans."
Ah!
They look so good and fuckable.
Oh, God.
Anyway, okay, thanks for listening.
Goodbye.
Thanks for listening.
Oh, my God.
Sorry.
So, Beth and I have kept a list of everything we thought is funny. Started in 1994 when we were 12. And I'm going to tell you a story. This one goes way back in the Beth and Aaron lore.
Is this an entire page?
This is up here, buddy. Up here.
Okay.
I already pre-planned this one.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to set the scene. Beth and I are about 4 years old. We are at my very first house in Garfield Heights. I must have just seen the movie Pinocchio. If you recall, Jiminy Cricket is wearing a little suit coat and some khakis. He's wearing khakis, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But to my little 4-year-old brain, those flesh-colored khakis were just his skin. So it looked like he wasn't wearing pants. There's a scene where he goes up to a candle and he puts his butt by the flame and he rubs his butt to warm it up. I was apparently telling Beth about this and I decided to act it out. And in order to be accurate, I pulled down my pants and rubbed my butt at her, pretending to be Jiminy Cricket. Just then, perfect timing, my mom walked in the room. She saw me standing there rubbing my naked butt at Beth. She took me.
Hang on, I'm gonna turn my mic
She
back up.
took me and put me in the corner
You're
to
just
punish me because she had no idea why I was rubbing my naked butt at my cousin.
for those at home. Aaron is giving me just this just death stare while she's telling this story.
My mother would not find out what I was actually doing until we were well into our 20s or 30s. And we told her that I was doing an impression of Jiminy Cricket, thinking that he was not wearing pants because of those damn khakis. Thanks, goodbye.
This has been Got the Morbs, an oddcast. If you enjoy hearing us talk about spooky, weird, gross stuff in a wildly inappropriate manner, please rate, review, and subscribe on whatever platform you use for podcasts. These things don't take much time to do, and they can really help us gain visibility and grow the show. You can also follow us on Instagram at Got the Morbs Oddcast, or over on Facebook at Got the Morbs and Oddcast. Oh, and we also accept topic suggestions and love letters at gotthemorbsoddcast@gmail.com. Thanks, Morbies.